Spring Hill High School Athletics on your home for the Broncos. Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at Strode Ortho. Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency Farmers Insurance, Spring Hill Fitness, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Home game for the Spring Hill Broncos, but at the 3-2 complex, and so we are getting set for Spring Hill Senior Night, and it's not at home, but nonetheless we'll get it in. We're going to hope that the broadcast will get the majority of it for you, as didn't have a chance to test any connections or anything here, and it's not looking like it's great, so we're going to hope for the best, keep our fingers crossed, and we'll get you what we can here tonight from Spring Hill and DeSoto. Just one game on tap for us tonight. So senior night, let's listen in on that, and then we'll get you more of the Comfort Designs pregame show.
Riley's favorite memory, even though she asked me not to say this, is how to put in a home run onto the iPad. And then the girls joking about when halftime is. Next year, Riley plans and then transferring to the University of Kansas to complete a bachelor's degree, after in which she plans to go into medical school and become a pediatrician. Our next senior, Seth Hayes. He is escorted by Brett and Sarah Hayes. His favorite memory is beating Paola and getting to close the game against them. Future plans is planning on continuing flying lessons at Kilo Charlie's Aviation Center in Gardner. He would like to become a private pilot or a commercial pilot. Our next senior is Blake Moore. Blake is escorted by David and Janice Moore. His favorite memory is the entire sophomore baseball team's favorite memory. After high school, he plans to work full-time during the summer and become an electrician. His favorite memory is sacrificing the chicken sophomore year. His future plans are undecided at this time. Kobe Shrivner is escorted by his father, Tanner Shrivner. His favorite memory is winning league sophomore year. His future plans, he plans to attend, college on baseball scholarship, undecided on his studies. Brandon Seelings is your next one, escorted by Scott and Allie Seelings. Plans to attend Benedictine for baseball. His favorite high school memory is hitting a home run in a varsity game. Next up is Tanner Thompson. He is escorted by Dan and Lisa Thompson. His favorite memory is beating Paola in football scholarship and major in mathematics education. Chase Wilm. He is escorted by Jason and baseball gods to break us out of a slump. Future plans, he's planning on attending Benedictine on a football scholarship and majoring in sports marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 senior class.
So there you go, the seniors for the Spring Hill Broncos on their senior day. Let's take a break here on the Comfort Design Air conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-44.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services agents have built relationships with you, one conversation at a time. And we're as committed as ever to providing you with that level of service. Your community, we're here to questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track.
Contact Farm Bureau Financial Agent Michael Grand anytime or learn more at michaelgrand.com.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Welcome back to the Comfort Designs matchup brought to you by Spring Hill Recreation Commission. The Spring Hill Rec Commission offers a wide range of activities for kids and adults. To see everything they offer, visit them online at Spreezen. That one took extra innings, an 8-2 victory for Spring Hill in 8 innings back on Friday, March 26th. Seth Hayes was the Broncos starter in that game. He'll start again today for the Broncos. Kobe Shrifner got the victory in relief in that one. Weston Madden was the starter for the loss in relief, and it'll be Tower who gets the start this time around for DeSoto. DeSoto comes into the game 14-5 of the year. They have won their last 2, averaging 6.5 runs per game and giving up just under 5 per game, while the Broncos interplay at 11-7. Losers of their last 2 ball games, but looking to get back at the win column now, riding a strong offense that's averaging 9 runs per game, and the defense allowing just under 6 runs per game. That's a look at the matchup brought to you by the Spring Hill Recreation Commission. More of the Comfort Designs pregame show comes up right after this here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home, Spring Hill, Gambino's, you're gonna love it.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help services and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Back on the Comfort Designs pregame show. Time to take a look at the starting lineups for this ball game. They're brought to you by Perfect Details Salon at 516 North Webster in Spring Hill. The Broncos will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at Perfect Details Salon, where they're devoted to making clients flawless from head to toe. Make an appointment online at salonperfectdetails.com or by calling 913-592-5022. At first here on their home field, but they are the visitors as this game had to be moved from where it was scheduled to be played in Spring Hill due to field conditions. Jackson Miller will lead things off. He's the center fielder, followed by second baseman Ben Harding. Cooper Schwint, the first baseman, bats third. The cleanup hitter is their catcher Quinn Brownell. Right fielder is Gavin Williams. He bats fifth, followed by Josh Kellogg, the left fielder, in the number 6 spot. Wyatt Barney, the DH, bats seventh. Will Thurman, the third baseman, bats eighth. And Zach Willis, the shortstop, rounds out the order for DeSoto. For Spring Hill, Jamin Beck will lead things off, the shortstop, followed by Seth Hayes, who is pitching today for Spring Hill. Zach Knowlton, the center fielder, bats third. Kobe Shrivner in the cleanup spot at first base. Tanner Thompson, the third baseman, bats fifth. Chase Wilm, left fielder, batting sixth. Matthew Skoma is behind the dish. He'll bat seventh. Brandon Sealing is the designated hitter, batting eighth. And Cooper Milroy, the second baseman, bats in the number 9 spot for Spring Hill. As we take you now live here inside the ballpark as we are getting set for DeSoto and Spring Hill. You've been watching the Comfort Designs pregame show, and now it is time for first pitch, brought to you by Spring Fitness, your local community gym. Spring Hill Fitness is dedicated to making a friendly, clean, judgment-free environment, open 24/7. Check them out on Facebook or call 913-686-2027. Last few warm-up tosses here for Seth Hayes, who has won 8-2 in 8 innings against DeSoto the first time they play back on March 26th. So he will start again here today, and he is going outfield. Chase Wilm, Zach Knowlton, and Cade Joppy Shrivner. Well, I know that the connection is not the greatest. I apologize for that, but working with what we've got here. And hopefully it'll maybe clean up a little bit as we move along, but we'll do our best to get you what we can here from the 3-2 baseball complex. Along with Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler, and here we go for DeSoto. Will stand in to face the right-handed Seth Hayes. DeSoto's offense averaging 6.5 runs per game. Spring Hill giving up just under 6 runs per game, but held the Wildcats to 2 in their first matchup this year. So here's Miller standing in, the right-handed hitter, to lead it off against Hayes. And the game's first pitch is on the way and in there for strike one. A 1 count on the Wildcat leadoff man Jackson Miller, their center fielder. Comes the 0-1 from Hayes. Fires that one in there as well, and so Hayes quickly out in front of Miller, 0-2. Straight up across the infield and outfield defensively for Spring Hill as Hayes looks in on the 0-2, delivers to Skoma, and as a ground ball to the shortstop, Beck scoops it cleanly, fires it sidearm across to Shrivner. They retire Jackson Miller 6-3 to start the top of the first inning.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
They'll bring up another right-handed hitter, the second baseman, Ben Harding. Steps in for the Wildcats. An excellent start for Seth Hayes. 1 batter in, 3 strikes. Got the ground ball out. Now here's the first pitch to Harding, and that one is in there as well. So Hayes firing it right away for Spring Hill. He is really locked in with his catcher, Matthew Skoma, early on. He's out in front of Harding, 0-1. Here comes the righty's 0-1 pitch. That one bounces in the dirt. So 1-1 count to Harding. It'll be Harding, then Schwint. Top third of the order for DeSoto, and then hopefully the Broncos will turn it over, get into the dugout, and get their offense going. High pitch up the eyes, and it is laced into the right field for a one-out single by Ben Harding as he goes up and able to get on top of that pitch up around his eyeballs. A single into right field. So Cooper Schwint will be the batter now for DeSoto, left-handed hitting first baseman with a runner at first and one out in the top half of the first inning. Tall left-handed hitter Schwint looks out at Hayes, who works from the stretch for the first time, and he'll fire over to first, chases Harding back into the bag. So straight away across the infield and outfield defensive alignment for Spring Hill. Hayes delivers the first pitch off the end of the bat, roller to the left side, picked up by Jamin Beck, throws on the run to get Schwint, who moves Harding up to second on the 6-3 ground out. Good play there by Jamin Beck, had to cover some ground on a soft hit ground ball, able to make that throw right on the money on the run. So 2 down. And the batter is Quinn Brownell, the catcher, with a runner at second. A one-out single by Ben Harding. He's moved up into scoring position now as the cleanup hitter Brownell looks at the first pitch here from Hayes, and he takes it on the inside corner for strike one. Hayes has certainly been all around the zone early on here. He is filling it up with strikes. Time is asked for as Hayes was taking a long time looking in for the sign from Skoma. Now comes set, and here's the 0-1. Low, but Skoma able to block it, and that keeps Harding right where he's at out there at second base. A ball and a strike with 2 outs. And a runner out at second base for DeSoto. Top half of the first inning just underway here in just one game today. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to third. Routine play for Thompson, who fires a bit high, but it's in time over to first base. So 3 ground ball outs with a single from Harding sprinkled in. And the top half of the first inning comes to a close. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Broncos coming to bat in the bottom of the first here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-5. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
We go to the bottom of the first inning. Spring Hill and DeSoto as the Broncos will get their first at-bat of the night against the DeSoto starter, Brayton Tower, who will be throwing to Brownell tonight. In the outfield, Kellogg, Miller, and Williams left to right. Thurman and Willis on the left side. The second baseman Harding, Schwint at first for DeSoto. And the lineup that Tower will go up against starts with Jamin Beck. The shortstop leads things off with the Broncos, followed by Seth Hayes and Zach Knowlton. Kobe Shrivner in the cleanup spot with Tanner Thompson batting fifth, Chase Wilm batting sixth. On the bottom third of the order is Matthew Skoma, Brandon Sealing, and Cooper Milroy. Beck made a couple of nice plays at short in the top of the first defensively. And we'll see if he can set the table for the Bronco offense here in the bottom half.
Now batting shortstop number 4, Jamon Beck.
Jamin, the sophomore, the top of this lineup that averages 9 runs per game. They scored 8, took extra innings to defeat DeSoto when they played back in the season opener. And the first pitch from Tower is right in there for strike one. Righty on righty matchup. The 0-1 is high, and count evens at a ball and a strike. Beck has those pant legs pulled up. See the purple and gold stirrups. Here comes the 1-1. Popped up on the infield. Who wants it, first or second? Harding, the second baseman, calls for it and makes the catch. So with one away, that will bring up the Bronco pitcher, Seth Hayes. Tower, the starting pitcher for DeSoto, not in the batting lineup in this game. He is being DH'd for. But the Bronco pitcher, Seth Hayes, hitting for himself. And here's the first pitch from Tower, another righty-righty matchup. And Hayes takes a big cut, but is underneath of it for strike one. The righty Tower delivers the 0-1. That's high, ball one. Field conditions too wet back home at Spring Hill. The reason they had to move the game out here to the 3-2 baseball complex, home of the DeSoto Wildcats, is the 1-1 pitch misses high. And it's 2 balls and a strike now to Seth Hayes. Infield pop-up induced to get the first out by Tower. Now the 2-1 pitch misses low and outside, so he has fallen behind Hayes, 3-1. Tower takes the cap off and wipes the brow. Now he'll stand back on top of the rubber, and a 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Brayton Tower. High, ball 4, and the Broncos have their first base runner of the night.
Now batting center fielder number 13, Zach Knowlton.
Zach Knowlton, the Broncos center fielder, now the batter. Knowlton, the junior. See if they can get some action out there with Hayes now aboard at first and 1 out. Tower from the stretch. First pitch to Knowlton. Right in there for strike one. Long pause, now the 0-1 pitch. Sliced out of play, foul ball. Runs the count to 0-2 on Zach Knowlton. Tower way out in front. See what he brings on the 0-2 pitch. Goes up top, and Knowlton able to lay off for ball one. .61 degrees here at first pitch tonight in Shawnee. Slight breeze out of the north, about 5 miles per hour. Hayes takes off on the 1-2 pitch, and Hayes is gunned down at second, and it was a called strike 3 as well. So a strike him out, throw him out, ends the first inning as Knowlton goes down on strikes, and Hayes is cut down to end the first. No score through 1. You're watching Spring Hill High School Baseball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Are you looking for experienced and knowledgeable electrical contractors? Scott Electric is your right choice. We have been providing high-quality electrical repair, remodeling, and troubleshooting services at affordable prices since 1972. Expect the highest attention to detail from start to finish. We are a licensed and insured electrical company. Our residential electrical service, installation of smoke detectors, hot tubs, and basement finishing. No job is too big or too small for our trained electricians. Call for a free estimate.
Well, we are off to the second inning. And it is a scoreless start to this ball game between Spring Hill and DeSoto. Both sides got a base runner in the first inning, but neither able to do anything with it. Spring Hill's base runner was shortly lived after Seth Hayes was caught stealing. And DeSoto got their second man in the order, Ben Harding, over to second before they were retired on 3 ground ball outs produced by Seth Hayes in that first inning. So he'll face Williams, Kellogg, and Barney. 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for DeSoto in this second inning. Gavin Williams, the right fielder for the Wildcats tonight, will lead things off against Hayes here in inning number 2. 1 7-inning ball game scheduled tonight here at the 3-2 baseball complex. Williams stands in. The first pitch from Hayes is there for strike 1. So once again, able to start out the batter with a strike. It's now 5 straight first pitch strikes from Seth Hayes. Shakes Skoma once and then comes in with the 0-1. Shallow fly ball out into center field. Knowlton jogs in to make the catch, and they retire Gavin Williams on just 2 pitches. 1 away for Josh Kellogg.
Now batting number 14, Josh Kellogg.
Another right-handed bat for DeSoto. Kellogg, the Wildcat left fielder. See if Hayes can once again start from in front. Here's the first pitch, and it is in there for a strike. The Wildcats have come in taking early, and Hayes has been firing all strikes so far. He has missed the zone a couple of times, and none of them have been on first pitches. That one bounces up to the plate. Kellogg could not hold off on it as he offers and finds himself now in an 0-2 hole. Couple of shakes. Here comes the 0-2. Back to the heater, and it's fouled out of play as Kellogg fights it off to stay alive. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Three ground ball outs and a fly out so far. The one hit, a single through the right side by Ben Harding for DeSoto. So Hayes way out in front, 0-2 on Kellogg. Here's the pitch. Off speed, missed outside. Kellogg still down to the count. Has had a chance now to see that off speed pitch. Let's see if Hayes gears him back up on the 1-2. He does, and it's driven out to left field, but right at the Bronco left fielder Chase Wilm, and they retire Kellogg.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
With 2 outs, that brings up the number 7 hitter and the designated hitter for DeSoto, Wyatt Barney. Barney, a senior for the Wildcats, stands in on the left side, and the first pitch from Hayes is ripped back into the left center field gap over the head of Jamin Beck, and it's a 2-out single for Wyatt Barney. If you're going to give up base hits, 2-out singles aren't the end of the world here, as they are now to the number 8 hitter in the lineup with their second hit of the night, and that will bring Will Thurman to the plate. Thurman, the third baseman for DeSoto, with Barney aboard at first and 2 down. Lights on an overcast evening. Throw over to first. It gets past the first baseman Shrivner and rolls up the foul fence into shallow right field, allowing Barney to move up to second base on the throwing error by the pitcher Seth Hayes on the pickoff attempt. So that 2-out single has now turned into a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Still no count on Thurman. Hayes from the stretch delivers the pitch home and missed just low. One ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch. Chopper to the third base side. It's a fair ball. It's bobbled by Thompson. The throw to first is late, and that will advance Barney over to third on that throw. Well, the second error of the inning on Spring Hill puts runners now at the corners with 2 outs for the number 9 hitter, Zach Willis. First baseman Kobe Shrivner telling Thompson just hold that one, but Thompson fired it anyway, even though it was very late. No chance to get Thurman by the time he had gathered it up. And because of the throw, it allowed Barney to move up to third. So they're on the corners with 2 outs for Willis. The shortstop swings the first pitch, but comes up empty, and it's 0-1. The inning started good enough for Hayes. A fly ball out, a line drive out. He had 2 down after facing 2 batters, but a single by Barney. And then the air allowing Thurman to reach, throw over to first. After just throwing one away on a pickoff play to first, the runner at third. A bit of a dangerous decision there, but it's right at the mitt of Scrivener. No balls and a strike on Willis. Chops it foul, and now Hayes way out in front, 0-2. We've seen Hayes a couple of times go with the curveball, the off-speed pitch. With a runner at third, certainly got to be careful not to spike it too much up there to the plate if you want to try and throw Willis a little junk. Scoma's got to be ready to block everything as again they throw over to first. And diving back in is Thurman. On the corners with 2 outs here in the top of the second. DeSoto trying to break through with a 2-out rally in this second inning. Hayes trying to close the book on him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Chopper again up that third base side, but it's foul. So the count remains 0-2 on the number 9 hitter for DeSoto, Zach Willis. Senior shortstop trying to deliver a big hit for the Wildcats in the top of the second inning. Another throw over to first. No balls, 2 strikes on Willis. The pitch home from Hayes is high. Scoma all the way out of the crouch to catch it standing up, and it's 1-2 now. And the 1-2. Off-speed pitch rings him up looking, and a big strikeout to close the second inning and leave 2 stranded. No score as we go to the bottom of the second here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Pinky Plumbing in Spring Hill is a proud supporter of Bronco Athletics. Keeping your plumbing system in good shape can do wonders for your property's value and lifespan. Get exceptional plumbing services when you hire the plumbing specialist at Pinky Plumbing. At Pinky Plumbing, they take pride in their work and guarantee the best plumbing services in the shortest time possible at the most reasonable price. To learn more, give them a call at 913-568-8201 or visit pinkyplumbing.com. Go Broncos!
No score as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Spring Hill and DeSoto scheduled to be a home game tonight for Spring Hill. It was supposed to be senior night for the Broncos at home in their final home game of the year, but the field conditions forced the game to be moved, so they get their senior night as the home team in a road game, if you will, against the DeSoto Wildcats. Broncos will be back on the road tomorrow at Ottawa to close out the regular season. 11-7 on the year are the Broncos. 14-5 the record for the DeSoto Wildcats. Both teams at the upper half of the 5A regional standings right now.
Cody Scrivener.
Cody Scrivener will lead things off for the Broncos in the home half of the second inning after they get out of a slight jam in the top half. After the Wildcats put runners at first and third with 2 outs. Nothing came of it, and now the Broncos, middle third of the order, will go to work against Tower. And Scrivener wastes no time going after the first pitch. A lazy pop-up out into shallow left field, and that's gloved by Kellogg to retire Scrivener on 1 pitch.
Now batting, third baseman, number 24.
That will bring Tanner Thompson to the dish, the third baseman for the Broncos. Another right-on-right matchup. Here's the pitch from Tower, fouled straight back. Well, that's one thing both pitchers have done well with so far in this game is first pitch strikes. We've seen DeSoto take most of them. The Broncos have come out a little more aggressive on those first pitch strikes, but it's so far worked out for Tower, who nearly dropped a breaking ball in there. Home plate umpire looks like he started to almost call that a strike, and it just stayed up to Thompson. And before the 1-1, Tower steps back off the rubber. Climbs back on top, and here comes the 1-1 pitch to Thompson. Chopper to the first baseman, Schwint. He'll take it himself, steps on the bag to retire Thompson. And 3 unassisted, makes it a quick 2 outs in the home half of the second inning.
Now batting, left fielder, number 11, Chase Wilm.
Chase Wilm, the Bronco left fielder, now will climb into the right-handed batter's box for the Broncos. Still looking for their first hit off of Tower. Tower issued a walk in the first inning to Hayes, but they erased Hayes then on a caught stealing to face just 3 batters in the first. That ball is a rocket right back up the middle. Unfortunately, it was 6 inches right and not right back at the dome of Tower, who was able to avoid it, and it is into center field for the Broncos' first hit of the day
15,
on a 2-out single.
Skoma.
And now the catcher, Matthew Skoma, will step in for the Broncos, the number 7 hitter. Another runner aboard at first for Spring Hill with 2 outs at the bottom of the second, no score. DeSoto has already stranded 3 guys through 2 innings. And the Broncos see if they can get a little 2-out rally of their own. First pitch, chopper back to Tower, plays it on the third base side of the mound. Not a great throw to first as he short arms it over there to Schwint, but Schwint stepping into foul territory, fields it, and the inning comes to an end. So a 2-out single goes by the wayside for the Broncos, and we have played to no score. Spring Hill and DeSoto on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
No score through 2 innings tonight. Spring Hill and DeSoto. Second meeting of the year between the 2 teams. They played a good one back on Friday, March 26th, the season opener for both teams. It took 8 innings to decide it. Spring Hill exploding in the 8th inning for 6 runs to open up a 2-2 game and win that 8-2 in extra innings. But so far, the pitchers have 1 out through 2 at-bats, and now to work for the second time through this DeSoto lineup. Jackson Miller, Ben Harding, and Cooper Schwint will be the 3 scheduled hitters for DeSoto, the top third of the order. Hayes has been consistent with strikes so far. He's been filling up the zone, working from out in front, which is certainly a recipe for success on most evenings. And so far, DeSoto, that first time through the order, they were pretty patient. And a lot of first pitch strikes were taken by the Wildcats. Now that they've gone through the order once, and they have seen that Hayes appears to be firing a bunch of first pitch strikes, let's see if that strategy changes at all now the second time through, and if DeSoto comes up there a little more aggressive on the first pitch. Miller takes just outside, and it's ball 1. And on the counter side of that, if you're Hayes, after filling it up with strikes the first time through, maybe you try to pick the corners a little bit more early in counts this time through, maybe expecting DeSoto to come up there and be a little more aggressive perhaps, as Miller swings and misses at the 1-0. The count now 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball is hammered foul as Jackson Miller was way out in front of it. Sends it out near the parking lot for strike 2. We've seen the soft little breaking ball from Hayes a couple of times. He used it to get a big strikeout to close last inning. Does he go to it here on 1-2? He does, and Miller this time able to stay back on it just enough and hook it into left field for a leadoff single for DeSoto. Had him out in front, but Miller able to control that swing just enough and drop it out there for a leadoff hit. So with 1 on, nobody out, the batter has been Harding, who's got 1 of the 3 singles so far for DeSoto in this game. Miller is chased back into first. 3 singles given up so far, but this is the first time that DeSoto has been able to put the leadoff man on base. Another throw over to first. Jackson Miller is back in safe. Miller taking a pretty aggressive lead, but he's leaning back towards first, as that's a 3rd straight throw to first by Hayes. So I'm not sure if it's Hayes seeing the length of the lead from Miller, wanting to throw over there, but again, Miller has himself leaning back towards first, able to take a more aggressive lead because of that, and draws a 4th straight throw by Hayes. So Harding still waiting on the first pitch home to him. 4 straight throws to first. Now Harding shows bunt. Miller takes off. The bunt is pulled back. The throw down to second is not in time. And it's a stolen base for Jackson Miller to put a runner at second and nobody out. And a 1-0 count on Harding at the plate. So let's see if DeSoto will ask Harding to bunt again, now with a runner at second and nobody out. Try to move him to third with less than 2 outs. Not showing bunt on the 1-0 pitch, and it's outside for ball 2. Well, Hayes was clearly bothered by Miller on the bases as he threw 4 straight times over to first. So now perhaps thinking a little too much about that runner out at second, as he has missed the zone the first 2 pitches to Harding. The 2-0. Right back up the middle, skips off the mound and through into center field as Miller is waved around and in to score the game's first run. Only 1-0 lead for DeSoto on an RBI single by Ben Harding, who is now 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
And it's 1-0 DeSoto with Cooper Schwint stepping in, the left-handed hitting first baseman who grounded out to the shortstop Beck his first time up. First pitch low to Schwint, and it's 1-0. So after basically firing first pitch strikes to everybody the first time through the order, he has now missed the zone on the first pitch to each of the 3 batters he's faced here in the third. Throw over to first, and easily back is Harding. A run in on back-to-back base hits from Miller and Harding. Still nobody out with a runner at first. The 1-0 to Schwint. The runner takes off. It's in the dirt. It's blocked by Skoma, but no chance to throw on the play, and it's another stolen base for DeSoto. So they have turned a couple of singles now into, in all intents and purposes, doubles, but both Miller and Harding single and steal second. The stolen base by Miller was able to allow Harding to drive him in with a ground ball base hit up the middle. Now Schwint goes the other way, a slicing line drive into left field, and it is gloved by Chase Wilm as they retire Schwint for the first out of the inning. Harding stays put at second base, and that brings up Quinn Brownell, the catcher.
Now batting, number 26, Quinn Brownell.
Brownell 0 for 1 in the game, grounded out to third his first time up. 1 run on 4 hits so far for DeSoto. They've got a runner at second here with one out. One run in on the inning. First pitch in the dirt, but another block by Skoma. Well, Matthew doing a good job behind the plate so far in this one. But it's another first pitch ball to start a batter here in the third from Hayes. Time is asked for by Brownell, with Hayes taking his time looking in at that sign from Skoma. Harding's the runner at second. A single and a stolen base has him out at second for Brownell, who takes it on the inside corner for strike one. Looked like he wanted to offer at it, but had him perhaps jammed up a little bit, so he lays off and takes it for a strike. It's 1-1. Runner in scoring position with one out for DeSoto. The 1-1 pitch to the catcher, Brownell. He hits it high in the air to center field. Going back is Knowlton. He is settled underneath of it, makes the catch, and there will be no tag up at second. Staying put there is Harding. And there's the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
2 outs and a runner at second base. That will bring Gavin Williams to the plate, the right fielder, who flew out to center his first time up. An RBI single by Ben Harding gave DeSoto the first run of the game earlier in this inning, and he is now at second base after a stolen base from him. Their second of the inning. Chopped foul on the first pitch home to Williams. Matthew Skoma will go hand deliver the new baseball to his pitcher Hayes and offer a few words of encouragement. Hayes, the senior starter for Spring Hill, started that game against back in the season opener on March 26th. Ended up with a no decision in a game that took 8 innings to decide. Comes set on the 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, dropped in for a strike, and he's out in front of Williams 0-2. Oh-2 pitch, slicing foul down the right field line and out of play. A 2-strike approach there by Williams, shortening up the swing and just trying to put something into play on the opposite field with it, but a little too much behind on it, so the count holds, no balls, 2 strikes. Hayes comes back with one that dives into the dirt. A swing and a miss by Williams. Skoma has to throw it down to first to complete the strikeout, and does. And the inning comes to an end. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left. Stranded. DeSoto has taken a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the third on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
When it comes to protecting your family, home, and business, look to a local, community-minded agent. In Spring Hill, that's Allstate agent Libby Clark. With more than 15 years of industry experience, Libby and her team are committed to providing a customized family protection plan that fits your needs. A full-service agency, Libby Clark offers a broad range of insurance and financial services, building relationships with a focus on helping their neighbors. That's the Libby Clark Agency. Visit them on the southeast corner of 223rd and Harrison in Spring Hill.
1-0 DeSoto on top of Spring Hill. We head to the bottom of the third inning. 8-9-1 coming up for Spring Hill against Brayton Tower, who has been great so far through 2 for DeSoto. Just 1 hit allowed. That was a 2-out single given up last inning. He's also issued 1 walk, but that was erased by the catcher, Quinn Brownell, who threw out Seth Hayes, trying to steal second back at the first. So Brandon Sealing will lead things off for Spring Hill. Sealing, a tall right-handed hitter, a senior who head to Benedictine College next year to continue his baseball playing days. A scholarship to play at Benedictine next year. And he will try to set the table for the Broncos here in the third against Tower. Righty on righty matchup to start the home half of the third. Here's the pitch from Tower. And it is taken by Sealing for strike one. Outfield shading Sealing to the left side a little bit as he takes a breaking ball for strike two. Center fielder Miller is playing off in the gap a little bit. Here as the 0-2 pitch is sent home and spiked in the dirt. Tower maybe overthrowing that one a little bit. Ball and 2 strikes to Sealing. And the pitch. Breaking ball never broke, and it is 2-2. And Sealing has to hop back out of the way. The 2-2. Off the handle of the bat, and a jam shot out near first. It's picked up by the pitcher Tower, and he'll just win the foot race over to first. So the old one unassisted to get Brandon Sealing for the inning's first out.
Now batting second baseman number 1, Cooper Milroy.
And we'll bring up the number 9 hitter for the Broncos, Cooper Milroy, their second baseman, a junior, and their lone left-handed bat in the lineup. First pitch home from Tower in the dirt for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, ball two. Tower's been around the zone most of the night. Just one walk issued so far, and that came just the second batter of the inning, or the game rather. And a 2-0 pitch is rocketed foul off the bat of Milroy, so it goes to 2-1. One out, nobody on. Bottom of the third inning. DeSoto on top of Spring Hill, 1-0. 2-1 pitch. Check swing held on to, and it's 3-1 now. Another foul ball sent out of play by Milroy. So the count's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Milroy with 1 out and nobody on. The pitch from Tower. Another foul ball as Milroy is yet to get around on one. He's sent 3 balls foul down that third base side for the lefty. And we'll do the payoff again. The pitch by Tower. This time he gets it in between the lines. A ground ball to second. Harding is up with it, throws him out. And there are 2 away.
Now batting shortstop number 4, Jamin
Back to the
Beck.
top of the order for Spring Hill. Jamin Beck, the Broncos shortstop, popped out to second his first time up to lead off the home half of the first for the Broncos, who still have just 1 hit so far off of Braden Tower. That was a 2-out single last inning. They've had 2 base runners, but have yet to make it any further than first base. Here's the first pitch to Beck. Goes with a breaking ball to start him this time and has him out in front. 0-1 on the swing and miss. Quickly comes back with another one. Another breaking ball. That one's in the dirt though. So a ball and a strike to Beck. Broncos trail 1-0, bottom of the third inning. Over his head for ball 2. Looked like he once again was trying to go to that breaking ball, but that one slips out of the hand and it's ball 2. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 pitch to Beck. Ground ball back up the middle. Harding slides back behind second to field it, but is not going to be able to make a play in time to first. It's an infield single for Jamin Beck, and the Broncos have their second straight inning with a 2-out single.
Now batting your pitcher
As
number
it brings
10,
Seth Hayes to the plate. Good job just to field that ball cleanly by Harding there, the second baseman. Had to cover a lot of ground and made a clean play with the glove, but just not enough time to get the speedy leadoff man back. 2 outs and a runner at first for Spring Hill. Seth Hayes, the batter, walked his first time to the plate. See if the Broncos get aggressive with back with 2 outs. Fakes a steal to second, then holds up, and Hayes takes strike 1. Now a throw to first. It's skipped over there, though, and that gets away. No chance for Schwint as that ball skipped a good 3 or 4 feet away from the first base bag. And Jamin Beck will move up into scoring position for the Broncos as he takes second base on the throwing error by the pitcher, Braden Tower. Can Hayes capitalize now for the Broncos? With back speed and with 2 outs, he'll be off on contact, so a base hit should get the job done here from Hayes. The 0-1 pitch. Got out aggressive on that one, a pitch that bounced in front of the plate, but Hayes went after it. So he now finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Doesn't take a big one here, just shorten up, got to put one in play. A big gap on that right field side with Harding over near the second base bag with the runner back. Got him to swing out in front of it, a breaking ball in the dirt. A throw down to first by Brownelli ends the inning, and the Broncos unable to capitalize after the 2-out single by Jamin Beck. A hit and air, 1 left, and it's 1-0 DeSoto as we head to the 4th here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
When a team comes together, they deliver victory. When the team at Gambino's in Spring Hill comes together, they deliver delicious pizzas and so much more. Family owned and operated, Gambino's has all the ingredients of a great team, including, well, their ingredients. The freshest, perfectly prepared pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, salads, appetizers, and more. To feed your home team, call Gambino's at 913-686-4424 or visit Gambino'sPizza.com. Delivering the winning taste to Spring Hill. Gambino's. You're gonna love it.
We are off to the 4th inning here tonight from 3-2 baseball complex in Shawnee. And it is a 1-0 DeSoto lead on top of Spring Hill. The Wildcats able to break through and get the game's first run in the 3rd. And they will send Josh Kellogg, Wyatt Barney, and Will Thurman.
Now batting, number 14, Josh Kellogg.
Seth Hayes back out for his 4th inning of work, had 2 good ones to start, and then got into a little bit of trouble in the 3rd by giving up back-to-back singles to start the inning, and the second of those resulted in a run. So 1-0 DeSoto lead, and the first pitch is on the money to Kellogg for strike 1. RBI single by Ben Harding to plate Jackson Miller, the game's lone run so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kellogg. Low in the dirt for ball 1. Fires a fastball past him on 1-1, and that makes the count a ball and 2 strikes now on the DeSoto left fielder Josh Kellogg. Lined out to his left field counterpart, Chase Wilm, his first time up. Here's the 1-2. Went upstairs to get it, and it's in the gap, back in the hole. Beck makes the play, and the throw is just late. It's an infield single for Josh Kellogg as Jamin Beck made that closer than I thought it was going to be. After Thompson made a diving effort at it to try to cut it off, Beck had to play that one deep in the hole back behind nearly third base. That would have been a really good play had he been able to throw Kellogg out, but Josh Kellogg is aboard with a leadoff infield single. He's at first for Wyatt Barney. Second straight inning now that the Wildcats have put the leadoff man on base. Their 5th hit of the game. They have stranded 4 runners, though, so they have had opportunities early on for a crooked number, but have not been able to come through with more than just the one run as the left-handed hitting designated hitter Barney takes strike one. Barney singled his first time up. And a line drive out to the left field. Another throw to first. And another throw over to first as Seth Hayes continues to work on those base runners at first. Gives them a lot of attention. We've already seen 2 stolen bases from DeSoto. Kellogg's not moving. This ball is fouled off by Barney. So 0-2. 1 on, no. They'll try it again, that time a little closer, but Kellogg is back safely. Counts 0-2 on Barney. Here's the pitch by Hayes. Fly ball out to center. Zach Knowlton takes off, running back to settle underneath and make the catch to retire Barney. 1 away. And that brings up Will Thurman, the third baseman for DeSoto. Base on an error by the
it's all Sam's fault. He tried to be a baseball.
Attempted even as Kellogg dives back in safely.
Oh yeah, and then showed up.
First pitch, Barney. Yanks it out of the field for a base hit. Now second, but stopping there was called.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 2, Zach Willis.
Willis was up in a big spot in the second inning. Had runners at first and third with 2 outs. Was running up looking. Breaking ball by Hayes. Speed pitch. Swung at and missed by Willis. It's 0-1. Spring Hill's going to get some action started in the bullpen now.
Never get great.
0-1 on Willis. Hayes steps off the back and now asks for his catcher Matthew Skolman to come out. Count for Willis, runners at first and second, and 1 out. Pitch home. Center field gag, long run for Cade Johnson, and the right fielder will tackle down. Dragging at second base, Josh Kellogg will move up to third. Good job by Cade Johnson out there in right field off the back. I was going to get my split the gap and get down for trouble, but Johnson will run it down for the second out of the inning, and now back to the top of the game.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 13, Jackson Miller.
With 2 outs. Blake Moore has begun to throw in the Spring Hill bullpen. Miller 1 for 2 in the game, grabbed it out to short his first time. Single that came around to score his second time up. Stolen base for Will Thurman, and the Broncos throw to the second baseman, Roy, coming in to cut that one off. So doesn't get himself caught out off of third base. So that puts two in scoring position now. One more count on Miller. Pulls it out. Counts even with a ball and a strike. Kellogg at third, Thurman at second. DeSoto has stranded 4 runners on base through 3 innings so far, and there's 2 more out there that Hayes is looking to screen in the 4th. Long look here to Stone. On set to the 1-1. Here's the pitch. Off speed in the dirt. Stone able to block it. Keeps the runners from being able to advance. We've seen several times now the ball in the dirt that Scomo has been able to get a good block on. 2-1 the count to Miller. Bell flaps in for a strike. That's 2-2 on Miller. Giving up on that breaking ball. Ball's back in on the zone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The runners in second and third. 2 down on the top of the 4th inning for DeSoto. Pitch from Hayes. Low on the side, again a good block by Scola, and that fills the count. First base is open. Certainly 2 strikes on. You'd like to finish it off right here. Here comes the payoff pitch by Hayes, and it is stopped foul. Stay alive, and we will do the 3-2 again. Payoff pitch once more. Hitting the air out to right field. Cade Johnson circles underneath of it. We've got a beat on it. There's 2 more base runners. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th as DeSoto leads Spring Hill 1-0. Spring Hill Sports Night presented by Sporty Orthodontics.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Little Jimmy Jackson is jacking up his Broncos. He's gonna lay a little rubber later on at the truck.
To trail by just a single run. 1-0 DeSoto. Spring Hill has just 2 hits so far in this game. A couple of 2-out singles. Well, Braden Tower has been living well through 3 for DeSoto. He'll go to work against the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Broncos. Knowlton, Shrivner, and Thompson.
Batting for the Broncos, center fielder number 13, Zach Knowlton.
So Knowlton will lead things off. He struck out looking back in the first inning. He was the strikeout part of the strike him out, throw him out that ended the home half of the first. He stands in the right-on-right matchup to start the 4th. Chopper back up the middle, cut off by the shortstop Willis. The throw is low and unable to squeeze it as it hit Schwint in the heel of the glove as Knowlton reaches base. On with nobody out after the E3 on the first baseman Schwint. That ball was low, but it was not in the dirt. And that will give Spring Hill an opportunity now for Kobe Shrivner, the first baseman. Throw over to first. Knowlton is back. Knowlton has a bunch of speed over there at first, so let's see if Spring Hill tries to get him activated there to move into scoring position as the Broncos have a runner on with nobody out. Knowlton takes off on the first pitch home to Shrivner, and Knowlton is in safe to second with a stolen base. A runner at second and nobody down. Kobe Shrivner next year headed to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M Community College to play baseball. Trying to deliver now for the Broncos in the fourth, and takes a breaking ball for a strike. So it is 0-2 now on Shrivner, as Knowlton has moved up into scoring position, but Shrivner now going to have to try to shorten up and try to find a way to put a ball in play. At the very least, you want to move Knowlton ahead to third. Foul tip, just got a piece of that one, and the catcher Brownell unable to squeeze it as it rolls away and keeps Shrivner alive. Still 0-2 on him. Big hole on the right side. Shrivner would love to put a ball over that way. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and is high. Inside a bit as well, and it's 1-2. And already in a situation with a runner at second and nobody out, you want to hit the ball to the right side regardless of what the defense is aligned like. But right now with Harding over there protecting as he goes after a 1-2 pitch low and is rung up on strikes. So there's the first out of the inning, and unfortunately it does not allow Knowlton to advance without putting the ball in play like that. So now Tanner Thompson comes up, third baseman. 0 for 1, grounded out to first. At this at bat. Knowlton reached on the air. He's at second now after stealing second. The 1-0 pitch hits the batter. Thompson gets hit up around the shoulder, it looked like. So he reaches, and that will put runners at first and second for Spring Hill with one out.
11, Chase Wilm.
Well, first real threat here of this ball game for Spring Hill in this fourth inning. After the first 3 innings, they got a man aboard in all 3 innings, but never more than past first or without there being 2 outs. Breaking ball misses low to Wilm to start this at bat. So here they've got a chance with first and second and 1 down. And good speed out there as the lead runner in Zach Knowlton. 1-0 pitch. That stays inside as Wilm thought that one might be ticketed for his shoulder as well. It was a breaking ball that started to come back, but didn't get back enough. So 2-0 now. Great hitters count and a great hitter spot with first and second and 1 out. A 2-0 pitch. That hits Chase Wilm on the hand. And it's the second straight hit batter to load the bases with 1 out. Matthew Scoma will come in for Spring Hill now to bat, and the catcher with a chance to really deliver a big blow for Spring Hill with the bases loaded and 1 out before he gets that opportunity. A chat out on the mound here as DeSoto take time. Will Meyer out there to talk it over with his guys as the entire infield joins his battery of Tower and Brownell to discuss things with 1 out and the bases now loaded. Back-to-back hit batters by Brayton Tower. Knowlton at third, Thompson at second, and Wilm at first. And it's the Bronco catcher, senior Matthew Scoma.
Now batting catcher number 15, Matt Scoma.
Broncos trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth inning. but have a golden opportunity here. Infield in on the corners. The first pitch to Skoma, low and outside, and good job keeping that in front by Brownell. First baseman Schwint playing right on the grass cutout on the edge of the grass line. Middle infield still back in double play depth. Third baseman Thurman playing even with the bag. Here's the 1-0. Off the hands and fouled back. A ball and a strike to Skoma. Who's got the big hit in him for Spring Hill as Towers steps off the back of the rubber. We'll reset things here before a 1-1 pitch to Skoma. Pitch home in the dirt for ball 2. Tower hasn't struggled much with his command so far in this game. Did have a walk back in the first, but he's been pretty solid with his command. Has now hit a pair of batters in this inning. He's followed behind Skoma, 2-1. Here's the pitch home. A chopper on the left side. This is going to be a tough play no matter where they go with it. They go to first. They get the out there, but in to score is Zach Knowlton, and this game is tied on the 5-3 ground out from Skoma, who picks up the RBI. So productive out for sure, and the Broncos able to scratch across the tying run and give Brandon Sealing a chance to push the Broncos out front now. Sealing the DH and a jam shot to the right side that was scooped up by the pitcher Tower and taken to first himself for the one unassisted, and he fires a first pitch strike past the big swing by Sealing, and it's 0-1. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Sealing looking for the big hit for Spring Hill. The 0-1. Low and outside. Good block by Brownell. Both catchers have been very good in this game at keeping the ball in front. Brownell's had a couple of blocks now with a guy down at third for Spring Hill. Here's the 1-1. Off speed is dropped in there perfectly for strike 2. And now Sealing is going to have to deliver a 2-out base hit. The 1-2 in the dirt, and Brownell that time able to pick that with the glove. And my goodness, it's one thing when the ball skips right in front of you and you can use your entire body to block it. It's a complete different thing when that ball bounces 3 feet in front of the plate and you've got to try to backhand pick it with the catcher's mitt. A tremendous play by Brownell. And the 2-2 now. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Braden Tower able to limit the damage. It's just 1 run. The Broncos get it without a hit. 1 error and 2 left stranded. And we're knotted up a run apiece as we head to the 5th here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Are you looking for a trusted heating or air conditioning contractor in the Spring Hill area? Look no further than Comfort Designs. Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
We go to the 5th inning here in Shawnee tonight. It is a 1-1 ball game. Spring Hill and DeSoto. The Broncos able to scratch across the tying run without even getting a hit in the 4th. 1 run on no hits with 1 error and 2 left stranded. An RBI ground out by Matthew Skoma, plated Zach Knowlton. Go to the 5th, Harding, Schwint, and Brownell, the 3 due up for DeSoto. The Wildcats have been busy out of the base paths in this game. They have had at least one base runner in every inning, and they've had 2 base runners in each of the last 3 innings. But they have stranded 6 guys on base in this game. Their lone run came back in the 3rd on back-to-back singles from Miller and Harding, who delivered the RBI single to drive in the Wildcats' lone run of the night so far, and that's who is in the box right now for DeSoto. He is a perfect 2 out of 2 at the plate. Couple of singles, an RBI, a stolen base. Been a good day so far for Harding as he fouls off that pitch, and it's 1-1. One run off of 6 hits so far for DeSoto. 2 Spring Hill errors. 1 run on 2 hits with 2 DeSoto errors for Spring Hill. On Harding. Senior second baseman for DeSoto. They've had the leadoff man aboard the last 2 innings. Just missed outside, and it's 2-2. Sun almost trying to peek out a little bit here with the 5th inning getting underway. 60-degree evening. That is a foul tip that keeps Harding alive. Slight north breeze here in Shawnee tonight with 60-degree overcast evening. Another foul ball off the bat of Harding, and the count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Scheduled to be the home finale of the regular season for Spring Hill on senior night for the Broncos, but field conditions back home did not allow them to play this game there, so they moved it down here to the 3-2 complex. And another foul ball as Harding spoils a good pitch on the outside corner there. So the Broncos are the home team here on the home field of the DeSoto Wildcats. Two again. And did he go? They will go down to first on the appeal, and he did go, so it is strike 3, and Harding is retired for the first out. Harding unable to hold off on the check swing, so 1 away, and the bag's empty for Cooper Schwint,
Now batting
the DeSoto first baseman.
19, Cooper Schwint.
Breaking ball is in there for strike 1 to start out Schwint. Misses low and outside. 1-1 to Schwint. One of the 2 lefties in the lineup for the Wildcats as he looks out at Hayes, readies, and fires home the 1-1. Yanked down the line in right field. That will get down for extra bases. Heading into second, Schwint will pull up there with a 1-out stand-up double for DeSoto. First extra base hit of the game for either team. And it puts a runner at second with a 1-out for the DeSoto catcher, Quinn Brownell. Brownell 0 for 2 in the ball game. A ground out and a fly out. He helped save a run behind the plate with his glove skills as the catcher in the bottom of the last half inning. Now going to try to create a run with the bat in the top of the 5th inning. Runner at second and 1 down. First pitch from Hayes. Going after it and fouls it away. Grounded to third. Flew out to center so far in his day. 0 for 2 for Brownell. Schwint at second. 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul again down that third base side. So way out in front 0-2. And Brownell has also been way out in front so far on the 2 swings off of Hayes. Trying to take advantage of the 1-out double by Schwint. He's at second. Hayes having a tough time syncing up with his catcher Skoma, so Brownell calls for time. Last inning, the Broncos had some action in the bullpen. Blake Moore was warming, but they've sent Hayes back out here in the 5th and got the first out on a strikeout. After giving up the double, he's now working on Brownell and just missed inside of the 0-2 pitch. The count is a ball and 2 strikes now. Brownell is choked up on the bat with his 2-strike approach. Here's the 1-2. Started to swing, holds off, and the pitch stays inside, so it's 2-2. The 2-2 could not hold off that time as he goes upstairs to chase it for strike 3. So the second strike out of the inning for Seth Hayes. It's his 3rd to make that 4th strike out of the game. And he's once again trying to wiggle out of trouble after the 1-out double by Schwint. It's up to Gavin Williams now, the right fielder, who is 0 for 2 today. First pitch from Hayes, hit in the air, out to center field. Zach Knowlton should have plenty of space to make the play here. He does, and that ends the inning. So the 1-out double by Cooper Schwint is wasted by DeSoto. The Wildcats of the Broncos knotted up 1 run apiece as we go to the home half of the 5th on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Spring Hill is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, services, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-592-2050. Visit them at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Hill as we head off to the bottom of the 5th inning. A run in the 3rd for DeSoto, a run in the 4th for Spring Hill. And another in the 5th. They have left at least 1 stranded in all 5 innings so far. The Broncos have left men on base in 3 of the pitchers. Have done a good job of limiting the damage and working around some scattered base hits. We've had just 1 extra base hit. That was the double in the last half inning by Schwint. And the other 6 of their 7 hits for DeSoto have been singles. And both of the Spring Hill hits have been singles. Broncos only with the 2 hits, but they've had 4 other guys reach, 1 via an error, 1 on a walk, and 2 who were hit by a pitch. Braden Tower back to work for DeSoto in the 5th. Seth Hayes threw 5 so far for Spring Hill. Just the 1 run allowed by Hayes as he has scattered it around 7 hits from the Wildcats. So here's Cooper Milroy to lead things off for the Broncos in the bottom of the 5th. He's the number 9 hitter before they turn it back over to the top. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, has to go to a backhand, makes the fielding play, and then a 1-hop throw over to first is in time to get Milroy. And Spring Hill going to argue that it was not in time, but a fine dig at first base by Cooper Schwint to field that 1-hop throw by the shortstop Willis. And now Will Meyer going to ask perhaps for an appeal there. See if that first baseman had pulled his foot off the bag, but the umpire says no appeal is needed. So with 1 out,
for Jamin Beck.
And that brings Jamin Beck back to the plate. The Broncos shortstop, 1 for 2 of the ball game. Popped out to the second baseman in the 1st and had an infield single to the second baseman in his second at bat of the 3rd inning. And he takes a curveball for strike 1. Didn't like it. 0-1 pitch from Tower. Goes right back to the breaking ball, and once again, able to peel it in there for strike 2. Three straight. That one does not come back for him. A ball and 2 strikes to Beck. And he stays on that breaking ball and hammers it out to left for a 1-out single. A good piece of hitting there by Jamin Beck as Tower fooled him twice
Now batting
with the
10,
breaking ball, and
Seth
then
Hayes.
the third time just missed ringing him up with that breaking ball, but had him kind of buckled all 3 times and went back to the well one too many times as Beck able to sit back on that 4th straight breaking ball and hit it into left for a base hit. 1 out, 1 on. This is Seth Hayes. He is a little tardy on that swing, and it's 0-1. Hayes 0 for 1. Walked in the first, was then caught stealing. Struck out in the third. Beck has good speed at first. He is antsy over there at first with his lead. Hayes with a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch is high. And a 1-2. Beck takes off. It's a breaking ball for strike 3. The throw gets past the covering second baseman, but backed up by the shortstop Willis. It is a stolen base for Jamin Beck, but it's a strikeout for Seth Hayes. So there are now 2 outs.
Knowlton.
And that brings Zach Knowlton to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Struck out of the first, reached on an error in the 4th, but that was a big runner to reach as he stole second and then came around to score the lone run so far for Spring Hill. Takes a breaking ball just low, and it's 1-0. Runner at second and 2 outs. Good speed out there at second and Beck. A base hit by Knowlton very likely gives the Broncos the lead. It's easier said than done against Brayton Tower today, who's only surrendered 3 hits so far through 4 2/3. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball stays inside. Good spot here for Knowlton. 2-0 the count. Back at second with 2 down. Here's the pitch from Tower. That's high, gets all the way to the backstop, and now Beck will move up to third on the wild pitch. So now a base hit certainly gets the job done, and with the count 3-0, we'll see how good of a pitch Tower wants to throw Knowlton with some bases open behind him. Here's the 3-0. And that is outside, perhaps maybe low. Either way, it's ball 4 to Knowlton. So no real harm done there for Tower with the runner at third and 2 outs. That walk makes it first and third with 2 outs. And we'll bring up Kobe Shrevner, the Bronco cleanup hitter and first baseman. Before he has a chance to hit, though, Joel Thamer will come out for DeSoto, and once again conference with his starting pitcher, Brayton Tower. Well, last inning, Tower found himself in some trouble. Bases loaded and 1 out. And he was able to traverse through that situation, allowing just 1 run. And now he's got first and third with 2 outs. And it's Kobe Shrevner who will step in for the Broncos. We'll see what the Broncos do with Knowlton here, who has tremendous speed. So typically a guy who
now batting first baseman number 12.
Almost can take a stolen base whenever he wants it, but you hate to take the bat out of your cleanup hitter's hand and a chance to drive in a go-ahead run as well. They are holding Knowlton at first. The first pitch, big swing by Scrivener, but he comes up empty, and it's 0-1. Beck at third, Knowlton at first. Knowlton takes off, and the pitch is in the dirt, so it works out perfectly as he steals on the low pitch that is in the dirt, blocked by Brownell, who once again does a great job behind the plate, keeping the ball in front with a runner at third. Knowlton has moved up, and it puts now two guys in scoring position with 2 outs and a 1-1 count to Scrivener. Kobe takes a breaking ball for strike 2. And the Broncos have had a tough time sitting on that breaking ball. We saw Beck do it after he saw 4 consecutive, and he hit the ball into left field for a base hit, but nobody else has really been able to stay in there on it. Now the 1-2 just missed outside, and it's 2-2. Excellent pitch by Tower. 2-strike pitch right on that outside corner, in this case just off the outside corner, but that was a great spot for it. Now let's see where he goes 2-2 as Scrivener looking to deliver for Spring Hill. The pitch by Tower. High chopper down the third base line, and it will roll into foul territory as Thurman was hoping that that ball with the spin and hat on it was going to go foul, and he played it perfectly. So Scrivener will try it again with the count remaining 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jamin Beck at third base, Zach Knowlton at second. With that kind of speed out there, a base hit almost certainly plates 2 right here. Tower looking to get out of the jam. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it's fouled out of play. A good battle here between Braden Tower and the Spring Hill first baseman, cleanup hitter Kobe Scrivener. 2-2 again. And he's rung up looking for strike 3, and Braden Tower gets out of the 2-out jam. 2 more left stranded by Spring Hill. We have played 5, and it is DeSoto 1, Spring Hill 1. On Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
1-1 ball game still as we head to the 6th inning. Both pitchers have done a great job finding their way in and out of trouble so far today. And Spring Hill strands 2 more guys on base. So far they have stranded 6, and DeSoto has stranded 7 through 5. Just 1 run apiece. And Seth Hayes back out to start inning number 6 for the Broncos.
Now batting, number 14.
It'll be Kellogg, Barney, and Thurman are due up for DeSoto in the 6th inning. There's 2 at-bats to go for both sides unless it takes a little extra baseball. That's what it did the first time these 2 played. It took 8 innings to decide it. Spring Hill put up a big crooked number in the 8th. A 6 spot to win that game, 8-2 in 8 innings. And this one is played out very similarly. Kellogg yanks the 1-0 pitch out to left field, and it is dropped by Wilm. Could not keep it in the leather. Hit him right in the web of the glove as he takes a look down at that mitt and pounds it a couple of times as he drops the ball in left field and allows Kellogg to reach.
Now batting for the Wildcats, number 21, Wyatt.
So with a runner at first and nobody out, it is Wyatt Barney now the batter. The DH is 1 for 2 in the game, a single back in the 2nd inning, and he flew out to center in the 4th. See if somebody can pick up Wilm after the error as they chase Kellogg back into first. Kellogg got a lot of attention the last time he reached base from Hayes. And Kellogg off and running as the pitch missed low, and Kellogg is in safe with DeSoto's 4th stolen base of the game. Runner at second and nobody out. Let's see if Barney can do what his coach asked him to, do his job, put the ball on the right side here. That's the goal. Trying to get that runner over to third with less than 2 outs. He goes that way, but he was too far out in front and hammers that ball foul. Throw back to second. Back there to cover the shortstop. Kellogg back safely on a head-first dive. DH Wyatt Barney, 1 for 2 in the game. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and he was out in front of that one. A big swing. Tough pitch to take to the right side right there for the lefty, and the pitch low and outside from him. So now it's a ball and 2 strikes. Skoma sets up on the outside part. They go that way, but missed outside, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to the DH Barney. The pitch from Hayes. Off-speed pitch, rings him up looking. Big first out from Seth Hayes. And Will Thurman, the third baseman, will step into the box now. Thurman has reached both times he's been to the plate. He's officially 1 for 2. Reached on an error in the second. Singled in the fourth. The single he hit was to that left side also, right past the third baseman. It was an infield single. Jamin Beck was able to glove it deep in the hole, back behind third, the shortstop, but unable to throw Thurman out. So be ready over at third if Tanner Thompson is the moral of that story. Here comes the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Another block by Skoma. So back-to-back blocks by Matthew Skoma to keep the runner Kellogg at second base. Both catchers have been excellent tonight in that regard. 2-0 the count on Thurman. The pitch from Hayes. Got him to pop it up in foul territory, but Skoma will run out of room. It is a foul ball, and the count is 2-1. And probably chased what would have been ball 3 right there, but a break for Hayes. Got some help. Now let's see if he can use that to battle back. Runner at second and 1 out. A 1-1 game, top of the 6th. Scheduled for 7 tonight. Here comes the 2-1. Chops it foul. So Hayes, after falling behind 2-0, has evened it back up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Blake Moore is back up and throwing again in the Spring Hill bullpen. 5 1/3 innings so far from Seth Hayes. Just 1 run scattered around 7 hits. So 7 hits so far. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Chopper up the third base line, and it is let go by Thompson and ends up a foul ball. So Thompson with a wise decision as he was charging in hard from third, and had he gloved that ball while it was in fair territory, he was likely not going to have a play on Thurman at first. Last minute, as he was reaching his glove down, he peeled it back and avoided contacting the ball in fair territory and let the English on that little squibber by Thurman roll into foul territory before it was picked up by Jamin Beck. So the count holds 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hayes delivers home. Low in the dirt. This one skips past the catcher, Skoma. Back to the backstop, and the wild pitch allows Kellogg to move up to third. So Barney was unable to move the runner up to third with less than 2 outs, but the wild pitch does the job for him now, and with a full count to Will Thurman, he's got a chance to plate the go-ahead run, and the Broncos bring the infield in, all of them on the edge of the grass here on the 3-2 pitch. Missed upstairs for ball 4, and Thurman walks to put runners at the corners with 1 out for Zach Willis.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
That'll draw a visit from Will Meyer before the big at-bat by Willis, and we're also going to have a pinch runner over at first. Aiden Zeller has come in to run at first, replacing Thurman. So Zeller will be the runner at first. The runner at third
Aiden Zeller
is Josh Kellogg, and the batter will be Zach Willis, who has come to the plate now for the 3rd time, and all 3 times he has had a big spot. He came up in the 2nd with runners at first and third and 2 outs, struck out on that at-bat, then came to the plate in the 4th with runners at first and third, and eventually turned into 2nd and 3rd after Thurman stole second base with 2 outs, or with a 1 out rather, and he flew out to right field in that at-bat. So he's 0 for 2, but he has a chance to make everybody forget about those first 2 at-bats if he can deliver here in the 6th inning of a tie 1-1 ball game. Zeller's at first. He's the pinch runner. Kellogg at third with 1 out. First pitch to Willis. Shows bunt, drops it back to the pitcher. In from third comes Kellogg, and it's a perfectly executed safety squeeze to score Josh Kellogg and make it 2-1 DeSoto. An RBI for the 9-hitter Kellogg, or excuse me, the 9-hitter Willis.
Number 13, Jackson Miller.
And it's now a 2-1 lead for DeSoto. Oh, there's a safety squeeze put on there. It wasn't the sellout suicide squeeze, but the runner at third, Kellogg, read that ball off the bat, and Willis with a perfect bunt. Really, the only thing you don't want to do is bunt it right back to the pitcher or right in front of home plate, not get it anywhere away from the catcher. And Willis did it perfectly. Don't have to put it right down the line. You're not bunting for a base hit. You just got to get that ball bunted down away from the pitcher and the catcher, and it is going to work out most often. It certainly can't pop it up, and Willis did his job to perfection to plate the go-ahead run. 0-1 the count on Miller with a runner at second and 2 outs. Hayes will step off. Zeller had a big lead out at second base. Beck had kind of creeped in behind him. But Hayes will reset, and here comes the 0-1. Swing and a foul tip off of the bat of Miller. So it will send the count to no balls and 2 strikes on the DeSoto center fielder. Miller is 1 for 3 in the game, and a single and a run scored back in the 3rd. Ground down to fly out. Outside of that, 0-2 the count. The pitch by Hayes in the dirt. Good glove by Skoma. Zeller for a moment thought about taking off to third and had a tough time picking up where that ball was. Almost got caught out there in no man's land, but able to get back. So a ball and 2 strikes to Miller. Here's the pitch by Hayes. And Miller drives this one out to left center field. Long run for Wilm, and Chase Wilm is not able to make the over-the-shoulder catch. It is down for extra bases as Miller slides into third with an RBI triple. A long run for Chase Wilm, and he dove, and from where everybody was standing, nobody could tell whether he caught it or not until Zach Knowlton came running over to pick it up off the grass. A 3-1 DeSoto lead on the RBI triple by Miller. And now it's Harding, who has had a nice day at the plate with a couple of base hits, pair of singles, and RBI. A 2-run sixth inning by DeSoto. They have taken the 3-1 lead on top of Spring Hill. 1-0 pitch to Harding. Chopper to the shortstop. Beck takes a nasty hop right on the lip. And that will drive in Miller to make it 4-0 DeSoto. Well, that is just a tough break for Jamin Beck. It took one big hop, and on the second hop, it came right down on the lip of the grass, on the infield grass, and just sent it like a rocket down. Instead of a nice, easy second hop, which is what it should have been, it came off that lip, and it came in fast and low, and Beck could not adjust to it in time. So a 4-1 lead now for DeSoto with 2 outs. And that will bring up Cooper Schwint. Runner takes off, and it's fouled back. So Harding will have to retreat back to first. 3-run inning for the DeSoto Wildcats. The inning started with an error. So all 3 runs have been unearned runs. After the first batter reached on an error, then a strikeout, a walk, and a ground out. The inning should have been over right there. But that ground out, which could have been the 3rd out, was only the 2nd, and that scored a run on that. It was not really a ground out, I guess. I mean, technically, but it was the squeeze bunt. Then the RBI triple by Miller, RBI single by Harding. Harding takes off again, and Skoma drops it on the exchange. It was a perfect pitch to throw on. I'm not so sure that it almost looked like a pitch. I don't think it was, but it almost worked as if it was. But Skoma on the exchange could not get the ball cleanly into his right hand to throw. So a stolen base by Harding puts him at second with 2 outs. And Seth Hayes wants to have a quick chat with his catcher Skoma. 7th batter of the inning here for DeSoto. Easily their longest inning of the game so far, and they have plated 3 runs because of it to take a 4-1 lead in the 6th. Fly ball down the line in left. Long run for Wilm. It's in foul territory, and he is not able to get there. So just a long strike, and it's 1-2 on Schwint. Two hits, an error, a walk in the inning. DeSoto has plated 3 to lead it now 4-1. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball stays outside. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Schwint. Here's the 2-2. And as a breaking ball for a called 3rd strike to end the inning. But the DeSoto Wildcats get 3 in the top of the 6th, and they lead Spring Hill 4-1 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 4-1. DeSoto leads Spring Hill after a 3-spot put up by the Wildcats in the 6th. And Braden Tower going back to work for the Wildcats. Through 5 innings so far, Tower has given up just 3 Bronco hits. And ironically, the 1 run he gave up in that inning didn't give up a single hit in that one.
Now batting number 24, Tanner
So for
Thompson.
Spring Hill, it's Thompson, Wilm, and Skoma coming up. Tanner Thompson, 0 for 1, grounded out and reached base after he was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. Broncos down to their final 2 at bats. And they have threatened each of the last 2 innings now on Tower. They loaded the bases in the 4th with 1 out and got a single run that time, and then put runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs last inning of the 5th, but were unable to score. So we'll see if they can break through in the 6th as they now trail by 3. Here's the first pitch from Tower. That's low, ball 1. Comes back with a strike, and the count is even, and a ball and a strike to Thompson. Breaking ball is in there for strike 2. A 1-2 count to the Bronco third baseman Thompson. And he chases after one of the dirt on 1 and 2. They've got to throw it down to first. Brownell does successfully to retire Tanner Thompson. 1 out, and that brings up Chase Wilm for Spring Hill.
Now batting left fielder number 11, Chase Wilm.
7th strikeout of the game for Braden Tower. And he will face Wilm, who is 1 for 1 off of him in the ball game. A single back up the middle in the 2nd and was hit by a pitch in the 4th. And a fastball is fired right over the middle of the plate for strike 1 to start Wilm. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball. Had him out in front, fouls it back, and it's 0-2. 7 strikeouts from Tower, and he is in a good spot here on Wilm. Chase trying to go to that 2-strike approach, shorten up, and just get something in play. Leaves that one upstairs, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch, fouled back. Wilm with a hefty swing there on that 2-strike swing. He was still taking a big rip at it. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Tower nods, Tower delivers, and a breaking ball stays in as Wilm tried to duck it. It started to come back late, but not enough. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. And the pitch from Tower. Chopped foul. Two-two pitch once again. And that hit him. So Wilm hit for the 2nd time. He has reached base all 3 times to the plate in this game with a single, and twice has been hit by a pitch. So with 1 out and a runner now aboard at first base for Spring Hill. That brings up Matthew Skoma, the Bronco catcher.
Now batting number 15, Matt Skoma.
So Skoma 0 for 2 in the ball game. Does have an RBI and ground out back in the 4th that produced the lone run of the game so far for Spring Hill. Wilm takes his lead off of first, and Tower sends one flying past the swing of Skoma, and it's 0-1. 1 out, 1 on. Broncos down 3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Can't catch up to that one either, and it's 0-2. So Wilm, 2 straight fastballs that Skoma has not been able to catch up to. Does he keep with the heat here on 0-2? He does, and Skoma is able to get a piece of that one and foul it off. So now he's got Skoma geared all the way up, and perhaps after Skoma has been able to make contact now at least with it, maybe now's the time that he pulls the string on him here on 0-2. Let's see. Comes right back with the heat, but missed low and outside. A ball and 2 strikes to Skoma. Wilm at first after the hit batter. He's there with 1 out. Skoma able to foul another pitch off. So it's still a 1-2 count on Skoma with a runner at first and 1 down. The pitch by Tower. Breaks off a breaking ball there to strike him out looking. 8th strikeout from Tower. And it's the second out of the inning. And it'll bring up Brandon Sealing. Sealing 0 for 2. Infield ground out and a strikeout so far for the Bronco DH. And he offers at the first pitch by Tower, but a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Straight away they play Sealing as he's looking for a big 2-out hit for the Broncos, and he fouls one back and out of play. Well, Braden Tower, he is confident right now on the bump for DeSoto. He is pitching with confidence here in the 6th, 5 2/3 complete, and a strike away from sending him into the 7th with a 3-run lead. Breaking ball stays in. One, 2 to Sealing. The pitch home, and it is outside, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brandon Sealing with 2 outs and Chase Wilm aboard at first. The Broncos down 3 in the 6th. The pitch, breaking ball, strike 3 again. It's number 9 for Braden Tower as he gets both Skoma and Sealing looking on the breaking ball. 4-1 DeSoto as we head to the 7th. You're watching Bronco Baseball on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Shop local and save at Price Chopper, your hometown grocery store in Spring Hill. Come see the improvements and upgrades throughout the store. As always, Price Chopper is the place for hand-cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and unbeatable flavors from the bakery. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Price Chopper is now happy to offer curbside pickup, locally owned and operated, and under new management. Price Chopper in Spring Hill, open daily, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
New pitcher for Spring Hill as we go to the 7th inning. And they go to the lefty Blake Moore to try and keep the deficit at only 3. As the Broncos will be down to their final 3 outs in the whole half of this inning. And they're going to need at least a 3-run rally in the 7th.
Now pitching.
And they're hoping that's all as Blake Moore has come on to relieve Seth Hayes. Hayes goes 6 innings in this ball game and gives up 4 runs, but only 1 of them earned run. Just 1 earned run of the 4 that he allowed in his 6 innings. 9 hits given up by Hayes. And he struck out 6 for the Broncos. Just 1 walk. But he is on the hook for the loss. as Blake Moore will face the middle of the order for DeSoto. Quinn Brownell, Gavin Williams, and Josh Kellogg. Brownell, the DeSoto catcher, 0 for 3 in the game. A ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. The Wildcats getting 3 unearned runs last inning, and now leading 4-1. Brownell takes outside for ball 1. The 1-0 from the lefty Moore. That is low and perhaps inside as well. 2-0. So Moore having a tough time finding the zone in relief here as he has missed with the first 3 to Brownell. And now he steps off before the 3-0 pitch. Misses outside and a 4-pitch walk to start the 7th to Quinn Brownell. Now batting is Gavin Williams, the right fielder.
Number 16, Gavin Williams.
A courtesy runner comes in for the catcher Brownell. Landon Reith is the runner over at first.
Landon Reith.
So Reith at first, Williams the batter, 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts to center and a strikeout. Facing the lefty relief pitcher for Spring Hill, Blake Moore. And that is outside. So the last couple haven't missed by much for Moore, but he has now thrown 5 pitches, all balls so far. A swinging strike there, and it's 1-1 to Williams. One pitch fouled away. Some good response here by Moore after the 4-pitch walk. He's out in front of Williams, 1-2. DeSoto looking for some insurance to add to their 3-run lead as we play in the top of the 7th inning. Just playing 1 here tonight. 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3 as he is able to catch the outside corner for the strikeout, and there's 1 away. Josh Kellogg, the batter now for the Wildcats. 1 for 3, lined out to left, singled through the left side, and then reached on an air. Scored a run last inning. He was the go-ahead run that scored to make it 2-1 at the time. They added 2 more. Here's the first pitch to Kellogg. That's low. A 1-0 from Moore. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 count to the DeSoto left fielder Kellogg. Runner takes off. They throw to first, but they'll not have a play. So a stolen base for Reith. He was going on first movement from the lefty Moore, and Moore, I'm not sure whether he was hoping he would do that or not, but it was still a long move over to first after he had raised that right leg and the runner took off. And so even despite the fact that he threw back to first to Shrivner, he had no play to get Reith down at second. A stolen base puts him in scoring position. And now a ball that gets away from Skoma, a very late break over to third, but Reith is able to get in there safe to third now on the wild pitch, and there's a runner at third with 1 out. That one just got away from Skoma enough, then had some trouble finding it. So Reith at third with 1 down. Josh Kellogg trying to push across an insurance run for DeSoto in the 7th. Outside, 3-1. Infield is in for Spring Hill as they know that they can ill afford to let this deficit grow any larger than it already is at 4-1. So everybody playing in on the grass with one out and the runner at third. 3-1 pitch. Missed outside, ball 4. That'll put runners on the corners with one out. And that brings Sam Fox to the plate. He will hit in place of Wyatt Barney here in the 7th. So first at bat of the game for junior Sam Fox. Runners at first and third with one out. A leadoff walk to Brownell. He was lifted to the courtesy runner Reith, who is now at third. After a stolen base and a wild pitch, moved him up the extra 2 bags. Kellogg walks. He's at first now. Fox. The pitch from Moore is in there for strike 1. Oh, 1 breaking ball. Slides inside, 1-1. One pitch outside, ball 2. And that has been the spot where it seems like the majority of the misses have come for Blake Moore. Right on that outside part of the plate. He's not just missing off of there as the 2-1 pitch. That comes back over the heart of the plate and up around the letters. Gets a swing and a miss from Fox, and the count's 2-2. Runners on the corners and one out. DeSoto leads 4-1, top of the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Still 2-2 count on Fox. Moore delivers. Fly ball, foul territory down the first base side, and it's down for a foul ball. We'll reset and do the 2-2 over again. This was a 1-1 ball game as we went into the 6th inning. But a 3-run 6th for DeSoto. All 3 unearned runs after the inning started with an error, followed by a strikeout, a walk, and then a squeeze bunt pushed across the go-ahead run to make it 2-1. Runner takes off here on a 2-2 pitch. No throw down. It's a stolen base for Josh Kellogg, and that puts runners at second and third with one out. And it's a full count to Sam Fox. Payoff pitch on the way. And it's a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Moore, so he has gone back and forth from walk, strikeout, walk, strikeout. Josh Dunn, the batter now. He'll hit in place of Will Thurman. A walk to Brownell, a strikeout of Williams, a walk to Kellogg, and a strikeout of Barney. And a swing and a miss by Dunn on the first pitch. 2 outs, runners at second and third. Big out if Moore can get it to keep this deficit at only 3. It's going to be a tall enough task to find 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning in the Broncos' last at bat. That's across for a strike, and it's 0-2. You do not want that deficit to grow any larger, and he's a strike away from working around 2 walks here in the 7th. Oh, 2 misses outside. Popped up out of play. Dunn will get to see another one at least. Moore trying to put him away. 1-2 the count. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. DeSoto leading 4-1 in the top of the 7th. Hit in the air out to shallow center field. Zach Knowlton comes screaming in from center over into left center field where he makes the catch, and the inning is over. So Spring Hill down to their final 3 outs. They trail by 3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Last chance for the Broncos as they trail 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And a new pitcher is in to try to close this one out for DeSoto as they get 6 strong innings from Braden Tower. And now in to try to close the door is Grayson Chappell. The Broncos will have 9-1-2 coming up. And they have got to find a way to scratch across 3 runs here.
Now pitching for the Wildcats, number 24, Grayson Chappell.
Well, Chappell in to try to close the door on the Broncos. Milroy, Beck, and Hayes. Got to start with some base runners. They have not had a bunch of them in this game. Just 3 hits so far through 6 innings for the Broncos. But that's where it's got to start. Can't get 3 of them on one swing. So let's see if Cooper Milroy can start things out by just putting some pressure on by getting the board. Milroy is 0 for 2. Ground out to second and a ground out to short. Chappell, right-handed thrower, only a sophomore, and he'll face the lefty Cooper Milroy to start things out in the home half of the 7th with Spring Hill trailing 4-1. Here's the pitch from Milroy, and it is in there for a strike. Hard-throwing righty. Following on the heels of what was a great outing from Braden Tower. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Tower struck out 9 through 6 innings. Just 3 hits, 1 run allowed. And he's in line for the win as Chappell looks for the save, and he misses outside on 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Cooper Milroy. And Chappell gets him swinging. 1 away.
Now batting shortstop, Jamin Beck.
So Jamin Beck, 2 for 3 in the game. Couple of singles for Jamin, a pop out as well, but he has been certainly the most productive bat in the lineup, their leadoff hitter. 2 of their 3 hits in the game. And he got a hit on the first pitch. Oh, they say no, he didn't. Okay. Sounded like that ball skipped off of him, but it must have been off the glove of the catcher, Brownell, and not Beck. So it's ball one. In the dirt, ball two. Two-0 the count. Chappell looks in and delivers. Missed low, 3-0. Well, Beck will certainly take a walk. Again, you got to have some base runners, got to get some traffic out there. And once you get a couple of guys on, then the pressure starts to build a little bit against Chappell and DeSoto. Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's low, ball four. So one of those two guys on base is there now with one out. And that brings in Seth Hayes to the plate. Hayes, the starting pitcher in this game for Spring Hill, is 0 for 2 at the plate. A couple of strikeouts and a walk. Back aboard, has good speed, but not necessarily in a spot 10, where you want to risk running into it out on the base paths. His run is important, I guess, in the long run, but not in the near future as they throw it back to first, trying to pick back behind Beck, and he is back safe. It's 1-0 to Hayes. With Chappell struggling to find the zone all of a sudden, you certainly don't want to get too greedy out there on the base paths as the second run of what needs to be 4 scored. Well, Beck will take off, though. It's a low ball into the catcher. The throw down to second. It is a close play, but Beck able to slide around behind it. Well, that does take the force out. Double play ball is no longer alive. And the count, though, 2-0 on Hayes. Brownell has already caught one man steal in the game, and Broncos roll the dice a little bit on a 3-run game here in the 7th. That misses, and it's 3-0 now to Hayes. Well, Hayes will most certainly have the red light now with a 3-0 count. Down by 3 in the 7th. Run still on deck. Takes it for a strike, and it's 3-1. I'm not so sure you don't take again on 3-1, but if it's there and you like it, go ahead and swing. Here comes a 3-1, and that is there for a strike, so it's 3-2. So Chappell trying to come all the way back from a 3-0 count. And he had missed with 7 straight pitches, 4 in a row to Beck and 3 to start Hayes, but now it's 3-2. Time is asked for by Hayes after Chappell spending a lot of time, and I don't really like the fact that he's spending so much time with Beck out there. Beck really doesn't matter that run. He's battled back to get to a 3-2 count on Hayes. That's where the focus needs to be for him, and just a piece of that ball gotten by Seth Hayes. He stays alive. Didn't even look at Beck that time, and that's what you need to do. As far as Chappell's concerned, Beck is irrelevant out there. Takes one look, now fires home, and in the dirt, ball 4. Beck will move up to third as that ball gets all the way to the backstop. So the wild pitch on ball 4 puts runners at first and third with one out.
Now batting
So now the tying run coming to the plate in Zach Knowlton. So here you go. Now you've got that pressure applied now with the tying run coming to the plate. We have a first and third situation. Brownell steps out in front of the dish to relay the signals of what he wants to do defensively if the Broncos put Hayes in motion at first. They do not on the first pitch, and Knowlton takes it for a strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch, ground ball through the left side. It's knocked down on a dive by the shortstop Willis, but it's going to work out as an RBI single for Zach Knowlton as Jamin Beck comes in to score. And the Broncos now have the tying run on base, and they will bring the potential winning run now to the plate. 3 straight have reached for Spring Hill, and they have made the score 4-2 with 1 out in the 7th. A walk to Beck and a walk to Hayes before the RBI single by Zach Knowlton. Kobe Shrivner, the cleanup hitter, 0 for 3 in the game, now represents the winning run. Big swing and a miss at the first pitch from Chappell. Tying runs on base for Spring Hill here in the 7th. Their final chance, down to their final 2 outs. 0-1 to Shrivner. A called strike 2. Oh-2 from Chappell. Yanked foul as Shrivner got inside of that one. Could not keep it fair. Didn't have a chance to keep that one fair with hands pulled way inside and way out front trying to catch up to the heat from Chappell. And that's pretty much all we've seen so far is straight heat. A couple of shakes. We'll see if he's got something else in the chamber here. Keeps it geared up and fires it right past Shrivner, who goes down looking for the second time and the 3rd strikeout of the game. So with 2 outs and runners at first and second, it's up to Tanner Thompson to keep the Broncos' hopes alive.
Tanner Thompson.
Tanner is 0 for 2, a ground out, a strikeout, and was hit by a pitch. Hayes at second, Knowlton at first. Pitch in the dirt, gets to the backstop, and then ricochets all the way back out halfway to the mound. So that wild pitch will move the runners up to second and third. And a base hit by Thompson very likely ties this game because of the speed of Knowlton, and with there being 2 outs, he'll be off on contact. Hayes at third, the potential tying run, Zach Knowlton at second. 1-0 the count to Tanner Thompson. The senior third baseman trying to come up with a big time hit for the Broncos. 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. Chappell steps off. One the count. The pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Miller comes up. The shortstop fields, or Willis rather. The shortstop fields it, and Willis throws him out to end the ball game. So the Broncos get the tying run to second base, but the DeSoto Wildcats hold on to win this one thanks to a 3-run 6th inning difference, and it is a final in Shawnee. DeSoto 4, Spring Hill 2. We're back to wrap things up for you right after this on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show.
And that's your ball game, folks.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs. With 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill, Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
When it comes to helping people with their finances, a cookie-cutter approach doesn't work. That's why you need Kim Thompson at Prudential Financial in Spring Hill. Kim knows that everyone's different. She'll listen to you and discuss your hopes and dreams, allowing you to focus on what's important. At Kim Thompson Financial, they focus on protecting your family, saving for retirement, living in retirement, financial strategy, saving for education, and your small business. To learn more, visit Kim Thompson Prudential Financial at the corner of Victory and Webster in Spring Hill, or call 913-592-5573.
Welcome into the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. Brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, where they work with all insurance companies to get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. 4-2 our final in Shawnee here tonight as the DeSoto Wildcats defeat the Spring Hill Broncos. 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and 10 left stranded for DeSoto. Spring Hill 2 runs on 4 hits with 3 errors and 9 left stranded this evening. As Seth Hayes takes the loss for the Broncos. 6 innings, 9 hits, 4 runs, only 1 earned with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. And the winning pitcher in this game is Braden Tower. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 hit batters, and 9 strikeouts. And Grayson Chappell gets the save. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts as DeSoto wins it 4-2. Back with more of the final numbers right after this on the Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agent, works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Weitzel Optometry Vision Source has been the leader in optometry services and vision care in Spring Hill for more than 20 years. Weitzel Optometry offers comprehensive eye care, as well as the latest, most popular lenses and frames for Spring Hill and the surrounding communities. Experience modern eye care with advanced diagnostic technology and vision correction products. And with the experience of Doctors Weitzel and Bloodgood, you're sure to see the results you're looking for. To schedule your appointment, call Weitzel Optometry Vision Source at 913-592-2020.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net. Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Your trusted Farmers Insurance agent is Anthony Sidoti. Experienced, local, and veteran-owned. Licensed in both Kansas and Missouri, Anthony will customize the right plan for you. His straightforward and personalized approach will help you better understand your coverage options. Stop on by at 159th and Merlin, right up the street in South Olathe, or call 913-270-5400. The Anthony Sidoti Agency. Farmers Insurance, proudly serving Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back, Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show. 4-2 final tonight. The DeSoto Wildcats defeat the Spring Hill Broncos. 1 run in the third, 3 runs in the sixth for DeSoto. 1 run in the fourth and 1 run in the seventh for the Broncos. They got runners at second and third with 2 outs in that seventh inning. Had a chance with the tying runs. In fact, with 1 out, they had 2 on there. They had the tying run aboard with just 1 out in the seventh, but could not get any closer as they fall 4-2 in this game. Jamin Beck with 2 hits led the way. 2 of the 4 hits for the Bronco offense in this game. He also scored a run. Seth Hayes reached base twice on a pair of walks. Zach Knowlton drove in a run with an RBI single. Reached with a walk as well. And Tanner Thompson reached on a hit by pitch. Chase Wilm reached all 3 times he came to the plate. A single and a pair of hit batsmen for Chase Wilm. And the Broncos held to just 4 hits in this game and a 4-2 loss. DeSoto, meanwhile, get RBI singles from Jackson Miller, 2 RBI singles from Ben Harding, and also an RBI on a squeeze bunt from their number 9 hitter, Zach Willis, to win this game 4-2 in 7. That's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. The season and the regular season wraps up for the Broncos tomorrow. They are on the road at Ottawa tomorrow to close out their DeSoto over the Spring Hill Broncos. Post-game show brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. You've been watching Bronco Baseball presented by Strode Orthodontics. For Caden Carbajo, I'm Bryce Kessler. We're glad you joined us for this one tonight. And again, your final score, the DeSoto Wildcats 4, the Spring Hill Broncos 2.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by Cedar Lake Village, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, J&T Auto Service, Libby Clark at Allstate Insurance, Perfect Detail Salon, Price Chopper, Farm Bureau Financial Services Michael Grant Agency, Scott Electric, Prime Accounting Solutions, Spring Hill Chamber of Commerce, Seats Incorporated, Shoemaker, Spring Hill Recreation Commission, Tony Sidoti Agency, and Whitesell Optometry Vision Source. Thanks for watching.